Another of Hawaii's congressional representatives is headed back to Washington, D.C. Democrat Jill Tokuda won her race in Hawaii's 2nd congressional district, beating Steve Bond by about 80,000 votes. Representative Tokuda joins us now live. Aloha, good morning, Representative.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for stopping.
We have got to make sure we advocate for our constituents here in Hawaii. And it's been a difficult general election. We're still on pins and needles as to where the majority will be for the House. So to me, it's really about bringing the aloha this country needs right now to Washington, D.C. We have got to stop this divisiveness. We've got to really, truly be that United States of America. Our country, our constituents, our community, our people here in Hawaii need us to be in this moment. And so really that is going to be our charge, representing on our community, bringing this country together. And I have no doubt we're going to have a lot of specific work that we're going to need to get done in the next, literally months to the next 2 years.
Well, starting in January, a new president will be inaugurated. President Trump did win another term. Being that the Supreme Court recently did rule that there is some presidential immunity for official acts, what are your concerns with checks of power?
We need to remind ourselves that each and every one of us in Congress and the community, the voters, quite frankly, we have a responsibility to be that checks and balances. The forefathers created this governmental system to make sure that there was that accountability in place. If we should have a trifecta, let's say a one-party rule in Washington, D.C., it's going to be up to each and every one of us to remind them that how one president abuses their power, provided by the SCOTUS or not, is a precedent that will be set throughout our country's history going forward. Is that something that we want? And so it is really going to be incumbent on everyone, who, regardless of who you voted for as president, to remember that this is about actions that will set the stage for how we act, govern, our values as a country now and into the future. And so I think it's really going to be about holding everyone accountable and reminding every single one of us we are that checks and balance that will be absolutely needed in D.C.
You have worked on a bipartisan agenda before. You came to Maui with former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, as well as some other Republican legislators. Does that give you confidence that you can do so moving forward?
You know, it's good. First of all, thank you for reminding me. The immediate work before we even hit the next Congress is we've got to pass supplemental disaster funding. Immediately. We've got to pass the bipartisan disaster tax relief act that we got through the House. We need the Senate to take it up. We need that for our Maui, our Lahaina, Ohana immediately. That's something we can be doing right now in this Congress. But I will say that that work, exercising that muscle of extending a hand across the aisle, starting up the bipartisan Rural Health Caucus that has over 60 members of Congress, Democrats and Republicans. All of these experiences is really, I think, going to help me be able to navigate what could be tricky waters going forward in Congress, but definitely something that we have to remember. No matter who holds the majority, it's going to be very slim margins. We have got to work together to do anything for the people of this country, and I think folks are struggling out there. In Hawaii, we feel the struggle. In our homes, in our communities, across the country, you see that just in the election results alone. We have got to do something together as Democrats and Republicans to respond to people and remind them it's not about politics, it's about people first. And when we put people first, that's really when we're going to be able to get things done.
Going out on the campaign trail, you do get to talk to people.
I do.
Is there anything that you learned that you could take with you to Washington throughout this campaign?
They expect better. They expect better. You definitely get folks that will talk about specific issues. There was a real fear about bodily autonomy for women, recognition for LGBTQ community to even exist, concerns about the immigrant rhetoric being hyped up to a point where would their kids be safe to walk on the streets on the mainland, all of these things. But the one thing you heard underlying all of that is we expect better. Treat each other better. That civility that we expect, the decorum we expect, the way you should act, they did not see that. And so a message that came across loud and clear to me from everyone is do better. All of us do better. And I think that is at the very basic level the charge that should be, you know, on all of us going into the next Congress. When we do better, when we treat each other better, then we can actually get work done. We can make sure people have housing that they can afford, educational opportunities, jobs to be able to afford to live here, see a future for themselves here. All of these things are things we want, but it first starts with treating each other with respect.
Yeah, bringing some aloha to Washington, D.C.
We've got to bring the aloha to Washington, D.C.
Very powerful. Absolutely. That begins next week, correct?
We will go back next week. Tuesday, we'll gavel in. And so, as I said, the work of the 118th is still not done. The existing Congress still has a lot of work to do. We have to make sure that we can keep government open beyond December 20th, but most importantly for me, we need to make sure whether it's FEMA, HUD, SBA, EPA, every agency has the money it needs to support communities impacted by disaster. That is top of the agenda for us that we have to get done right now.
All right, Representative Jill Tokuda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Congrats personally on your
Thank
big win.
you.